Oh my god.
I gotta be honest, it's a fire mix, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Listen, it's really well done. It's just the worst thing I've ever heard is the problem.
I'm just happy Coach is okay.
The songs go well together.
Uh-huh.
Look, again, the original song is terminated, so I unfortunately couldn't send you just the song.
Note the visuals do add a certain
Je ne sais quoi.
It's a certain je ne sais quoi.
I just still can't get over that he's holding an entire rack of ribs in his hands with
He's a
gloves
football
on.
player.
No, but
That's just how
listen,
it goes.
She's a coach.
Oh, the
What
poor
the
hunter just wanted ribs.
Yeah, man, he just wanted some ribs. Anyways, yeah, that's the mix. That's the mix I was talking about.
and now I just have to hope that doesn't get stuck in my head.
Wait.
Chili's baby back ribs. Chili's baby back ribs.
Barbecue sauce.
Chili's baby back ribs. Chili's baby back ribs.
Well, so imagining that we have 2 seconds. So what happens is you have the gate cube in your hand. The Rivermouth town guard are rushing through the door. Dead bodies everywhere. You've looted everything. This place is a disaster. Mittens is still asleep on the floor. But out of one of the chests of money that you inexplicably didn't open, the courier bursts out as though he's coming out of a cake in one of those, like, you know, stereotypical whatever. He says, "Oh man, that was a cool fight. I've been here the whole time, by the way." And he hands you a scroll of teleportation and something that appears to be a flowchart. And he says, "Hurry, go, without me."
How'd you get in here and get out of here? What? Okay.
He
And
runs
you
out
just
of the
go
vault
in.
door, presumably to go get, either shot by the Rivermouth guards or he can evade them somehow.
And it's like, I guess we jump into the workshop and then activate it. Just so we have a few seconds to buy.
Whatever you want to do. It is up to
I'm
you.
just gonna look at Bash and be like, should we? We really don't have any options. They're about to bust in, and it's gonna get bad. Yeah, so the workshop, and then we can look at it when we have a couple of seconds.
You're gonna have maybe 2 rounds
okay.
inside the workshop before they dispel it.
Wasn't it originally the reason why we did workshop was so that it's infinite, so even if someone failed it, they just run back into it?
Well, because you can go in there, no problem, and then teleport back out, but the people who are running in are going to be able to dispel the mansion. So if
if we have
aren't
this,
gone. Yeah. But you could also just use the gate
Oh wait,
cube
the
and
shield,
go
the
somewhere.
thing's gone. I forgot. No, never mind.
Yes.
Never
yeah.
mind.
So I say we
Um,
just use this and bounce.
Yeah, I think honestly just the gate cube's better. Because are they able to
They're
make it
right
here?
outside.
No, but
oh, sorry.
No, I
Okay.
mean, like, could they feasibly, because we're operating under the assumption that when I press that button, everyone has 6 seconds to run in. So are we operating under the assumption that the guards could not make it to the portal within those 6 seconds?
You have about, I would say, 18 seconds before they can see you. So 3 rounds.
I think we just risk and go in.
So you can either gate or teleport. You can try and see where the teleport thing goes. It's up to you.
Yeah, I think we just fucking gate it.
Okay. So where do you go
Is
with
the,
the gate? Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, is the spell gonna go away if we don't use it right now?
No.
All right, cool.
No, it's in there.
Got it. All right, yeah. I mean, wherever you want to go, Bash, is where I will go with you. Obviously.
What were the suggestions on where we're teleporting?
You have several options. Let's see. You haven't looked at where the scroll goes, but your cube can go to the Feywild, Shadowfell, Plane of Mechanists, Fire, or Water.
They won't expect us to go to the water plane.
Well, we have the material one as well.
The what? Oh, that's where we are currently, right?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you have to go somewhere else first. but I'm not sure.
No, just pressing it's a button for the material plane. All we do is just press the button on the material plane. And then we press it once, and that uses a charge, and then we press it again, and that uses another. But if we press it twice, that's what does plane shift, rather than the portal.
But can you plane shift to a plane that you're already on?
We're not plane shifting, we're doing gate. That's the one button.
I know, but wouldn't it... Can you open a gate to a place that you're already on?
You cannot. Interesting.
Yeah.
You conjure a portal linking an unoccupied space you can see within range to a precise location on a different plane of existence. It distinctly Damn, it's a 9th level spell? Shit.
It is a legendary object, my friend.
Fuck.
No, it doesn't do that. Not yet.
I mean, listen. Anything if you try hard enough.
Yeah, I want
Cowboys,
to
sit down.
go to the abyssal plane.
Oh god.
Apparently, if you cast gate and you say someone's name, if they're on a plane other than the one you were on, the portal opens in the named creature's immediate vicinity and draws it through to the nearest unoccupied space on your side. You gain no special power, and it is free to act over the creature, and it is free to act at the DM's discretion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, that's broken.
Mercool!
Wait, we could have done that with Ash the whole...
No, so that's the actual 9th level spell gate, which we don't technically have. We just get a cast of gate to that plane.
Got it. That makes more sense.
Yeah, that being said, is there anything fucked up in the Shadowfell?
A little bit.
Yeah, but like, is there time fuckery? Is it just like everything there's gonna try to kill us?
It's just spooky and dark. Yeah.
We take those.
Okay.
Actually, wait, we've already been to the elemental plane of fire. We'll just go back there.
Oh,
You okay with that?
let's go wild.
Okay.
Go
Yeah.
hog wild.
As Carolina disappears, and you guys just hope that's going to be okay, but you gather up all the loot you've gotten and jump through this portal that opens to the fire plane. You're immediately hit with baking heat, although Bastion, it doesn't really bother you, and then Pale, it feels pretty good, actually. But the sky is black with smoke. The sky is black with smoke, and a little bit of ashes fall like snow from the sky. And no, not the British man. Ash, as in
We
the other
pretend
stuff.
that airplanes.
Nice guy. I'm just gonna kind of look at Bastion like, that felt dangerous. That felt too close. That was
I
too
think we're
close,
alright.
right?
Yeah, I think we're fine.
We just lost Carolina and the soul of her archenemy, one of her archenemies. She has several archenemies.
We'll come back.
I hope so.
Yeah,
So-
it happens to us all the time.
I'm just gonna hold up the scroll, like, so where does this go? And can you find it out without activating it or destroying it?
Where's what go?
The scroll.
Oh. I'm gonna turn around to the portal, it's gone, yeah?
Yeah, portal's gone.
I think it might be best if we go somewhere else, because they can just trace this.
Oh, well, in that case, I'm just gonna grab his hand. Do you want to go back to Steven's house?
Sure.
Cool. Word of
let's
recall.
I'm gonna say, before we do that though, let's run over here.
Yeah, you run behind a rock.
Yeah, I
Where does
we
it-
book it. I think we run for like probably 5 minutes in a direction.
And then word of recall.
Yeah,
Okay.
then word of recall.
Yeah, you appear on the street at Steven's house. Let me see what fucking day it is. Currently, it is, I would say, you guys went in the morning after you, so it's day 21, around noon now. The Golgari street is bustling. Or not really this street, people kind of avoid this area, but you pop into existence, and one or two people who'd been like on the street jump. But that's all at this current second.
Well, I guess we're doing all right. Let's get somewhere secluded and then look at whatever's going on with that scroll.
Works for me.
Okay, where do you go?
Is there any like sewer or random or we're near his house, right? I guess we just go.
Yeah,
into
you're
his
like
house.
outside of his front yard. There's the memorial to all the death fists there that has like light warding symbols around it because it gets vandalized constantly. Just his falling apart shack. It's kind of like leaning.
Yeah, just anywhere that we're out of sight.
Do you want to like run into a sewer, or you could run to? This is like in the slums that is actually on the like a little bit above sea level. So you could go into the deep part of the building. You could try to get to the Warforged Forge Labs or whatever. 'Cause your children are still here. And
Oh wait, we should just do the workshop now.
you could.
We jumped, recalled. Now we should do the workshop. Bastion, I'm gonna need you to cast it.
Yeah,
So be
I'll
right
cast
back.
Okay. And you cast the workshop after your, I don't know if it's horrific, but very intense battle and then running away. It is nice to be somewhere you are extremely safe. I assume you guys put the door somewhere like in an alley or something.
Somewhere secluded. And,
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's fine.
it's fine. We're not gonna die horribly. It's fine.
It's,
What are the odds?
but you are in the Magnificent Workshop. The forge is a little ways away. I believe, Pale, you made a shack one time. Carolina has like a training tent and a library of books that don't mean anything.
Wait, little books that mean nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So, Bastion, where's this little thing bring us?
Yeah, what sort of checks do I gotta make?
Make an Arcana check.
18.
+1 for friendship.
19.
Okay. You know that this is going to land you. You don't know what is anywhere near this. Or actually, make me a history check too, just to see if you've seen this area on a map.
Take a D4.
Wait, I wouldn't just... If I'd seen it, I wouldn't have forgotten it.
You know the, like, coordinates, but the history check is just to see if you've seen one.
No,
if you've
I
looked at
literally...
this particular, like, I know you've seen a map of Macadia before, but like, if you noticed this part, you know what I mean?
No, I can't forget things.
I know it's not that you forgot; it's that you noticed in the first place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Roll a revisionist history check.
Okay, 19. 20.
Okay. Yeah, you know that you were on, or this goes to. This goes to a small mountain near the Macadian cold line called Hearth Peak. It's in the gap between Phandalin and Nygamesh along the abandoned road in the Nomad Lands. It is Hearth Valley is where this location goes to. But that area of the world's been abandoned for a super long time. Let me draw, since the Pelorian Crusades, pretty much. It's on like a mountain, like right here, like a little one. I don't know if you can see my red dot up top
Yep.
middle. Yeah. So there used to be a road going from Nygamesh to Phandalin, and during the Crusade and subsequent like nomad raids, because there's just like a lot of random traveling people living in like this empty spot, that city like eventually fell apart. And so then there's a couple of other little towns on that road, and so between that and the cold line and the nomads getting worse and the world's population falling quite a bit after the Crusade, which is ironic, they abandoned that road. Also with the Dark Zone coming with the Crisis really messed up everything, because there was even more towns near Nygamesh, but they're all dark now, so everyone left. But it is a probably abandoned village up here is where it will send you. Hundreds of miles from, or not hundreds, roughly 100 miles from any other civilization.
That honestly sounds like something straight out of Vivian Knight and Mercolian tomfoolery.
Yeah, this feels pretty fine, honestly.
Weirdly safe for something that's abandoned in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And it's named Hearth. It's a nice little.
I say we go for it.
Yeah, I'm down.
It's Pale the Courier also gave you a flowchart.
Oh yeah.
Which I need to send you a picture of. I meant to scan it earlier today, but I didn't. Let me put it in the group chat. But this flowchart is titled "Will I use the Maw to destroy this dimension?" And there are several. You can assume who it's, from.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you can assume that.
I am not a clever man, but I can hope. I can understand basic things.
Yeah.
50-50.
But you are in the workshop, and you have, assumably 8 hours to do whatever you wanted to do. You could rest before you left. You could,
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
Yeah, considering I have 3 spell slots overall left.
Actually, overall, I'm pretty alright.
Yeah. Being that you're a tank and only a half caster.
Yeah. Spells are for weaker, lesser beings.
Mm-hmm.
Rude.
Calls them like I sees them.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah,
you
usually
can't
it-
read, just let me know. It's in the.
Oh, I can. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'm going to go through this at some point.
Okay. And Bastion, you would get a little message in your head from Yagami Sending Stone of, "Hey Bastion, did you do what y'all had to do? How are you?"
Oh, we're good. We're actually here. Like, right outside, basically. Wait, hang on. We're near their place, yeah?
You're in the same town.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I've got 1,000 souls on me.
Ha! You what?
Yeah.
That's a lot of siblings, man.
Yeah, I don't. How many bodies do we have again?
20, 21 today.
Yeah, I think we should slow down production at least a little bit. How many?
Why would we slow down when we have so many more?
Well, the more that there are, the less protection I can guarantee.
Do you need help then, is what you're saying?
I think that if there get to be too many of you, that I worry that I can't protect you all enough. And the world's kind of a dangerous place right now.
Well, I mean, can't keep us safe forever.
Well, sure, but I'm not just gonna throw you guys into the fire just all of a sudden. Like, I can see the world's on fire right now, and I don't want to throw you guys into that. Or at least not, all of you. I didn't really know that when I helped you guys.
Oh. I mean, can we still make parts of them even if we don't put them all together? We could just have Garfield and Bob not make the fancy parts? Maybe?
Well, what do you mean fancy parts?
Well, they're nerves and stuff. We've been making just their arms and legs, and then Bob and Garfield have been making the things where they have to just do soldering for 12 hours.
So you're saying we just put them in like a box so they're sentient? There's still...
No, just so when you change your mind, we'll be ready.
Yeah, that's all right.
Okay. But 1,000 of them? That's a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does that make now? 1,000, 1,000, 100, yeah. Okay.
It's fine.
I don't even know if I'm going to tell the others. I think Nokia would absolutely freak out, but okay.
Yeah, I also got to get working on getting the default stuff, so everyone's got their own basic sort of life knowledge.
Oh, you said you were working on that.
I did, yeah. I've got to find someone first.
Okay. Somebody who's another scientist, or somebody who's a good memories to have.
Well, the issue with that is that if I do make it with them, then they lose those memories. Although it could just be temporary, but it'd be a good save of resources if I didn't have to give them back.
Oh. Well, let me know if you need help.
Yeah, we'll do.
Bye.
See ya. Give me 1 sec. I'll be right back.
Okay. And then, Pale, I don't know if you look, are you here, Pale? Right?
Yep.
Okay. You feel, not in like you know how everyone says, I'm not mad, I'm disappointed? This is a genuinely just disappointed. Absolutely not mad at all. Genuinely. It's, Rakul's like, aw, come on. You didn't stab yourself? Come on, it's not a whole deal. And then, it's like a whole sword does that. It's just like a vibe you get whenever you feel the sword, like on your person, or you look at this flowchart of.
And all I'm gonna do is just, anytime I get that vibe, I'm just going to send back, like, the mental image of. Would Pale have seen the discussion Pelor had with Merkul, or is that just like a Matt thing?
That he's talking about, like, when he went to go get him and he was, like, in pieces, or like when Pelor talked to Just Steven?
Just Steven.
No, you wouldn't.
Just Steven. Got it. I'm just gonna send back when, like, the memory of when I first asked him, hey, you're not worshipped, like, the Maw is not the true apocalypse that you've been waiting for silence, and he sent back a solid no, come on. I'm just going to send back that feeling whenever I get the bro. I'm just going to send back the bro.
He's fairly certain that it's something that needs to be avoided. However, just so there's no surprises, if it turns out that it happens to where it's gonna probably be okay, or not even probably, he's gonna make sure that it's not gonna, trap everybody in a hell dimension forever. Because on the back of this, he has also scrawled, acceptable apocalypse. 1, everyone on the material plane is dead. 2, all planes but Celestia, the 9 hells, and the astral plane have imploded, and the souls will then have gone back to the Ethereum shard and the leftover, to be with the leftover unborn souls. The Feywild is debatable and negotiable. Gods and lords of hell rule over their chosen. Astral plane dwellers just vibe. Peace, quiet, apocalypse. Just like I told you. Even better apocalypse. This is a second tab. Souls never burn out. Afterlife truly forever. Unacceptable apocalypse tab. Eternal torment for everyone. The world has changed so that it cannot start over. It's, yeah, existence is fine. Creation is not. Stop it. It's gross. Be dead. Go to sleep. You're too loud and it's past your bedtime. The way he feels about the whole thing, in a very, very, very simmered down sense, is my neighbor Gond is throwing a party and I'm about to smash the DJ equipment. And no one's gonna like that.
And it sounds like the Maw is the cops, and he just wants to make sure that it's not going to go
it's
Waco.
Are the cops just going to tell everyone to leave, or are they going to burn his house down? Because there's a big difference. So
let's burn his house down.
No, that's the Maw. We don't want to do that.
So according to Merkul's flowchart, it's
Yeah, I was looking over that. It's hilarious. See which way the wind blows.
Yeah.
The death of all things, feel it out.
Uh-huh. Listen, he's been doing this for a long time, okay?
And me on them or them on me. Bastards. Don't want to try this option now that they know. Look into it.
Yeah. So that's what he meant by it's not a yes and no. It's if it happens to work out perfectly, and that I know that it's going to work out perfectly beforehand, then yeah, I will push that button. However, if we're not sure, or if it's probably not going to end well according to my desired results, then no, this is not the long-awaited for doing this on purpose. This just happens to be here, and while it could be an option, it's probably not an option, but it just could be, maybe. We're going to Google it first.
Yeah,
Or
Pale's,
rather, I'll make Ash look into it, and you, now that you're helping.
Pale's pretty disgusted by this whole thing. So
Oh.
he's just gonna kind of feel horrified, disgusted, depressed, and just not be
Okay.
about it.
A little sick in your stomach.
Yeah,
I've got anxiety. Yeah.
exactly.
Which I will say, he's told you he's evil from the very beginning. So,
No, I mean, yeah, he's evil, but I was hoping that he wouldn't be that kind of evil.
yeah. Depends on who you ask.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, so Pale's just gonna go take a little nap
Okay.
and wait until he can, just recharge. Would I be able to do a full long rest at this point, or just a short rest?
If you guys want to take a nap, yes.
Yeah,
I'm cool.
that's what I'm doing.
Napping.
Cool. Yeah, you take a nap? Do you do anything special other than go to sleep?
Yeah, in the 2 hours downtime, I'm gonna make a, could I have picked up a dagger or just some small weapon at some point?
Use my dagger.
Uh-huh.
I have a dagger. Take mine.
Yeah, I'll just grab Pale's dagger and I'm gonna put 10 uses as shield into it.
So is it a dagger, or is it the dagger that can make itself become a dagger, or a longsword, or a greatsword, or
It's just a dagger.
Okay. Making sure.
Can you imagine? Hey, yeah, can you buff this bone of a god?
Hey, can I borrow a knife? Yeah.
Oh yeah, here
Hey, why
you
does
go,
this
man.
one feel like cursed death? Oh, because it is. It is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's made from the rib of a death god.
Yeah.
It what? No, it's fine. It's fine. No, stop freaking out about it.
It's not contagious.
Well, it's slightly contagious, but don't worry about it.
Yeah, well, just don't worry about it.
So you're gonna put shield into a dagger?
Yes.
Cool. Easily done.
I've never used... No, I used that dagger once.
You've threatened to stab Leo with it over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, but he's no longer with us.
Man,
Rip in peace.
we did lose our chaotic person, and now we're all just lawful.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not the only lawful
I
one,
didn't say evil, but we do have explicit rules we follow. We don't have our bard.
You have rules. I have recommendations. And-
Yeah.
Carolina doesn't even have recommendations. She has rules. Fine.
Oh man.
We became homophobic.
You what?
Huh?
What was homophobic?
What's up?
Did you
Anyway.
say I became homophobic?
No,
I think you're hearing things. Anyway, I think Craig said that.
I would
Okay.
never.
I don't know what it means. I'm not hip with the kids.
It'd be worrisome if you were. But anyway, Darian's here.
Oh hey.
Period. We escaped.
They did. You appear in the Magnificent Workshop.
Sorry,
Friends. Yeah.
training, and he just left my truck like 2 seconds ago.
Oh. Get that man out of here.
And being a distraction, asking questions and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What are you thinking, man? This ain't a job interview.
You've already got the job.
And when I said ask questions, call me later when you're in your truck and ask the questions. Okay, so Magnificent Workshop.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we escaped. And then we went into an alleyway in some of the workshop and we're eating, taking a nap.
So I show up and everybody's sleeping.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm actually turning Pale's dagger into a spell focus.
Good. It sounds like fun.
Yeah.
What is he focusing on?
Oh, no, I've got a thing I can store any first or second level spell in a weapon or a casting thing, and it's usable 10 times rechargeably.
Ooh.
You might be a redneck if you stare at a can of orange juice because it says concentrate. Spellcasting.
Yes.
Focus.
Ooh.
Hello, Bailey. What happened?
That's where I was going with that.
The spirit of Leonard Skyner just fucking overtook you.
Sorry, it just made me think of the spellcast. That used to be a magnet on my dad's fridge, so I've got it memorized. Sorry, whenever I hear the word focus or concentrator.
Use your sock.
Yeah. Sorry, continue.
Sorry, I'm a big
Making a good dagger.
Making a dagger.
That's not a knife.
That's not a knife.
This
It's
is
a
a
knife. He pulls out a smaller knife.
I don't think that's the way that's supposed to go.
Stab things with one end. Hope it's
What are you
not the other.
compensating for? You know?
Stab things with one end. I want double-edged.
Like I said, what are you compensating for?
Good lord. Anyway, so yeah, we're taking a nap, and I'm vibing with Murky, but not really vibing positively.
So
Looking
where
at
are
those
we?
We are outside Steven's house, in an alley,
Oh.
in the Magnificent Workshop, because I dispelled the bank, we went to the fire plane, then we went back to Steven's house, and then we ran, and then we went to the workshop to really make sure they lost our smell.
Okay, so we're back in Golgari.
Yep.
Oh, fun. Are we in time or are we out of time?
I think we're like, 2 weeks off at this point?
It's day 21.
And we're trying to get
Yeah.
to, 39?
You have 8 days left.
Yeah, so we're still at risk of being arrested.
Mm-hmm.
So, should I go steal stuff? No, I'll sleep.
I feel like we shouldn't get ourselves into too much trouble too early.
Trouble. That's our middle name.
I laugh in the face of... Sorry. My coffee's hitting me right now. That's...
Puss in Boots laughs in the face of danger.
My middle name is Toast. It's not Danger. Pale
Is your
Toast.
first name Cinnamon?
No, it's Pale.
I wonder what Cinnamon's middle name is.
Sugar.
No, that was another angel.
Well, I mean,
Sugar's just what they called you.
Yeah, I'm the other angel. Because I'm innocent.
Mm.
No, that's Abraham Lincoln's innocent.
Oh,
But
he's innocent.
Innocent. I'm gonna throw my entire desk. I'm gonna throw my entire desk. He's
Which
not
one of us are you
innocent. He's
throwing this at?
innocent. I'm gonna go find wherever you are and kick the shit out of you.
That's respectable. It's well deserved, yeah.
That's one. Okay.
Where is Carolina?
Yours there. You disappearing disease pop in.
I fill up sitting on my immovable rod. Take that how you will.
What end do you sit? Yeah, I was about okay.
God. Anyway.
Okay, sleep. Yes, I need it.
All right, you take it out.
A long one.
It is restful. Congratulations.
Oh, good. I'm not dying anymore.
Were you dying?
I was at half.
Oh, you were fine.
Yeah, I was fine.
You're double digits, you're fine.
Before I go to bed, I look at the book that I had been reading. That's about spell enchantments. That's not a real book about spell enchantments. Look over at Bastion. Throw the book into the fireplace and go to sleep.
You imagine a fireplace just so you could throw the book in there.
Yes.
I mean, he is enchanting a dagger right now. You could lean over his shoulder if you asked nicely, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You, though.
No. He let me know that I was reading a fake book the whole time.
Mm.
Yeah, stubborn and frustrated. Going to bed.
Okay. But in the morning, you wake up. Well, actually, all three of you make me religion checks.
Yep. That's
Ready?
sure gonna be fine.
Yeah, that's -1.
9.
Dice roll.
Sick.
9.
Add a 5 to that for me, so I got 14 actually.
Okay.
It changed everything on roll 20.
Yep.
Yeah, they modernized it.
It's terrible.
That's a 4.
Yikes. So 9, 4, and 14?
Yeah.
Okay. Bastion, you are the only one who really sees anything. Let me scroll to where I just moved that. Alright.
Oh, these rolls real quick.
Yeah, Bastion, you've had a rune on your chest the whole time that you've, been alive and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You have a dream. Do robots dream of electric sheep?
No, they dream of their god, probably.
Probably.
He's a giant sheep.
The machine spirit. But you see your rune, and your rune, you know that it translates in what Gond would call the language, capital T, capital L, meaning that it's what Gond, when you're talking to yourself when you're working, the language he thought in before he made someone to talk to, the language that lies deep within the Ma's whispers. It's not the first language nor the earliest language, it's just the language. And you know that drawn on you is the rune for Bastion, a projecting part of a fortification built at an angle on the line of a wall so as to allow defensive fire in several directions. But now it combines with the language word, there's little lines added to it, which the word for sire or progenitor, and so now it combines to make a new word. So you are more than welcome to keep calling yourself Bastion, but you can't expect to be addressed by your long-awaited name. You could now call yourself Father Fortress, as maybe some older editions of Gond's holy books would have referred to you as the Patriarch Citadel, and so it's debated if it's your, in those holy texts, if you're a person or a place. So congratulations, Father Fortress. That's what your chest says now.
Bastion, Father Fortress. What was the Citadel one?
The Patriarch Citadel.
Oh my
'Cause it's,
god, I'm introducing everyone I meet to as all three of those names.
It's I wrote a scrap of lore, so it's often debated if, quote, the one god left behind to watch over us, quote, was a gate of some kind, leading to a place, or if it was a person, because pronouns aren't that specific in Giant, fire giants being the first peoples of gods that were interested in writing things down, because it didn't help that they got this prophecy from one of very, 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 very few benevolent Aboliths, whose name was Zemsor. Aboliths and other aberrations like Growling Beholders live in the very farthest reaches of the material plane, some say just outside of it, like chewing on the edge between every plane with their lamprey mouths. Some might say the milk skin of the universe. You've heard that phrase before. And so people have asked, hey, did you make, beholders and aboliths because they're, kind of outside this dimension? And Gon's like, haha, I'll never tell, because answering the question about the world would ruin the mystery. But you are now Father Fortress or the Patriarch Citadel, whichever you prefer to call yourself. Or does Bastion still?
Hello, I am Bastion, also known as Father Fortress, also known as the Patriarch Citadel.
Mm-hmm.
I was the first thing ever made.
Uh-huh. But that's your dream. And now you wake up and your chest is different.
Cool. Fuck, Gond gave me tits.
Yes, it is real.
I'm just gonna real quick. All right, roll to motorboat the robot. All right.
They're not natural. They are supernatural.
God damn it! No, this did not happen. I did not get tits.
What up, Castle B?
I just break my nose doing it.
They're solid fucking metal.
Oh my god. You just break your fucking...
Or my entire face. It's robot plate.
Get some WD-40 so you can like slowly, when you put sunscreen on somebody.
Please, no. Please, I have a family.
I can make you squeak. Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
Things that Cinnamon said to Bastion.
No thanks. I've got plenty of oil already.
God.
I'm actually well lubricated.
I bet you are. No. Fuck.
I just wake up and
it's part of proper maintenance. I lubricate every night.
Do we wake up and see this?
Bastion's got a fucking beard now.
You could if you. It's very obvious. Yeah. Unless Bastion wants to wear a shirt.
At that, I'm going to pull off my I guess torso of armor. Be like, do I have?
No,
never mind.
You're also missing your ribs. Congratulations.
Awesome. I need to go to a different room.
You can Marilyn Manson now.
Carolina, is your chest different? Let's all have a look. No.
Nope.
Take it off.
Nope.
Yes. I go ahead and open the chest plate.
Yeah, it's they're just there looking at you.
Nah, they look the same.
Your tattoo's there still.
Yep. I bring it over the nipples.
Ow.
Yep, feels the same.
Ow.
Ouch.
My tattoo moves.
And Bastion's out here getting sanctified.
Your chest does feel kind of empty, Pale, as though you should be inserting something into it.
All right, Bastion, bring it over here. Get those fists ready.
He's Father Fortress, not Fisto from New Vegas.
Do we have any immediate things we need to take care of, guys? So 8 days till time catches up, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I need to confront McCool, but I need you guys to be ready to heal me, because otherwise I'll be dead in about 20 seconds.
Can you drink while you're doing this? Because, I have, some potions of greater healing, but...
I have spells, too. It's 60 per minute, so honestly, I could have a minute and a half. That could be a fair amount of time, and I might be able to heal myself. Bash, are you able to heal?
Yes. The entire time. I'm gonna pop open one of my shoulder plates, revealing the never-ending medkit I've had since session 1.
Oh. I'm going to yell at you about that later.
No, here you go. Look, check this out.
So, I'll have a glitch of warding.
But here, let's... wait, how much time do we have left? We have no time left on the house, do we? On the workshop?
I'd say you got 2 hours.
Alright.
It doesn't matter.
Let's set up my little circle.
It's a new day. You could just step outside, cast it again, step back inside if you want to.
Let's do that, just so we keep ourselves moderately safe. We can use the box again later to go somewhere else. So here, let's do this. I guess I'm going to use the workshop will provide it. So salt, candles, set it all up.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just prepared to really confront Mercool about hey, I know you saved my family, and I know what you want, but we can't risk destroying all things. All right, so you guys okay with that, and help me and keep me alive for it, because otherwise I will die.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Do you have anything that will max out his healing factor? Or Tail, I have a glyph of warding. You can cast your biggest healing spell in this in the instance you drop to 0 hit points.
Well, don't even do that, because I can put Death Ward on myself, so I'll pop back to one and then do it. But here, I'll cast Death Ward on myself. And, wait, do I still have Death Ward? I think I do. Sure should. I cast Death Ward on myself, and I'll cast what's my strongest healing spell? I have one for a lot of people, but yeah, I'll put a False Life at 5th level into that.
Do you have to concentrate on any of those?
Nope.
Weapon warding just can't move.
Okay.
It activates on whether you move or the condition is met.
And I'm assuming the condition is Pale passes out?
Yes.
Okay. So you make a little reassault. Is everyone down standing in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the entire workshop is an enclosed space that you could, of course, make like a tent around yourself or something. It doesn't really matter. Do you do any other prep?
I'm just going to do a little message to... We haven't saved Ash yet, have we?
Nope. And you can try to message him, but it's probably not going to get there. You can try, though.
I'm going to send a message to Big G Gorgonal. Do a little sending to him and just say, I'm about to take this is Pale Talon. I'm about to take a step I can't untake. I hope when this is over, you are the one to plunge a dagger into my heart. And I'll see you the next time around.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm so good at these.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 13.
He says, hey, buddy, what do you... Listen, meet with me somewhere. Please. I'm still in Stone Garden. Don't... Whatever you're doing, don't do it. And then that's when the message ends. It's you just went, hey, I'm gonna crash my car into a wall. And he's like, hey, please don't. I have no way to stop you, but please don't.
And I'm just going to send one little quick prayer up to Daddy T himself and just be like, I know what I'm doing, but understand the reasons why I'm doing it.
Make a religion check.
And it's like essentially like a, hey, I'm sorry, bro. I know I'm about to fuck up. That's a 24.
Yeah. Let me see. What would you say back to you with a 24? I would say it's, I always knew you were going to do this, but I had to just wait till innocent until proven guilty. So, now you're guilty. I'm sorry that we couldn't turn it around. And he gives you the last little plea of, you know, like when you're given like immunity, like in court, like if you testify against like a murderer or something, you might get off on your drug charge. So he shows you a city that neither of you know what Kashinki looks like, probably, but you see it burning. You see Steven and Ash dead. You see the Communion Blade broken in half. And he says, maybe you could get immunity that way. Or I'd say even, he brings up a memory of something you have seen, that all three of you have seen, being that you've been in Ash's brain. You see a memory of Ash when he was about 30. Him and his A-team were on a mission to kidnap a wizard who was working for the Emperor, not the Emperor of San Corel, but just the Emperor, who's the Red Dragon in Krieghazen. This wizard had discovered a way to create, like, micro-singularities. So, like, reversing and amplifying enchantments that make things like Bag of Holdings and Demiplanes. So, instead of making a place seem larger, they made it extremely small. So that's sort of a thing. They were about to ambush him in his home, and they knew that he went home early on Fridays, and that his wife would be at work and his kids would be at school, but what they didn't know was that one of his kids was homesick from school. And so, waiting for their father to come home, like the daughter and wife were waiting for a cleric to come to their house. So they were not at work or school. And so when Ash's team invaded their house, yeah, they found the girl. And back in those days, before he took over, they would have been ordered to, like, kidnap her and torture her for, like, leverage. And Ash had meticulously, like, planned this entire thing to avoid that and where that wouldn't be an option. But since the opportunity fell into their lap, he knew his superiors would, like, he would have been demoted or even accused of treason if he didn't do it. And so he knew his hand-picked men, like his A-team, would go along with it, of, like, just subduing them and pretending they never saw that and like locking them in a closet. But he knew that there were people who were on like the B team that he hadn't picked, that just been assigned to him, that would have gone along with it. And he's like trying to convince them that she'd be an inconvenience or liability. And they're like, no, we're gonna take her back to home base and torture her or whatever. So at first Ash I'm just gonna kill her quickly after we torture her. You know, after we make her father talk or whatever. Yeah, it just didn't go well. And so what eventually happened is the like B team guys that he didn't like started torturing her before her father even got home. So he killed his entire team, so nobody knew. He covered it up, but then he also had to kill the girl because she was a witness then. And so he just ends the day with his head in his hands, drinking whiskey of they got what they came for, but he did have to kill innocent people. And so it was not fun at all. And you can tell that he doesn't regret that decision, but it is extremely regrettable. And a reminder that, hey, the people you're working for are evil.
And it's like, if I do this, I am untouchable to the gods.
Pretty much. Maybe like, you know, Lolth or Vecna would be like down. You know, what's the other one? Luz, the god of suffering. Then there's Nuatari, destructive magic. Then there's, oh god, what's his fucking name? The god of war. Fuck.
Oh,
Tempos.
Oh.
The Tempos isn't strictly evil. Maybe you just like fighting, but there's a couple. And maybe some more the dubious neutral gods. Like, if you just got really, really fucking into plants, even if you're a bad person, maybe you'd have a chance with Pan. But yeah, Tyr...
fucking plants, alright.
Yeah, turn the other thing. Like, do you guys think that I take the plunge? I mean, if I were to go back to Tyr or something, I would probably be very low level and never fully trusted. Can't exactly go to Vivian. I've been part of that. I'm not going to try and get in the way of you. We're gone with you. I feel like McCool's the only way forward for me.
I don't think there's anything wrong with Murky. Not inherently.
I guess, Bastion, I'm just your pure foil. He is creation, destruction, and chaos.
One can't exist without the other.
Yeah.
Plus, we break shit all the time.
Yeah, I guess you're right. And if the polymorph, they can only turn into like swords.
Yeah, it can turn into pretty much any weapon, any sharp weapon.
How small can it become?
I would say kitchen knife size.
Okay, it's not smaller?
No.
Okay.
And how small do you want to make?
I was going to see if I'd be able to have a pinprick and just to leave it there, but I guess that kind of defeats the purpose of it killing me all the time.
No.
But the damage will remain the same?
Uh-huh. Yeah, in any shape, it still does the same stuff. It's...
Got it.
You have a splinter.
Yeah, if it wasn't so insanely magical, like, if you just totally stripped it of whatever, it probably couldn't even cut you. Like, the blade's made of bone.
I'm going to change it into a Sakai, which is, in real life, an ancient Middle Eastern weapon used by the first assassins. And it's like a small curved dagger. I'm just going to put it right into my heart and say, from the start, Tyr, you're a dick. Right there.
Yeah, lawful good guys have to make tough decisions sometimes. But, yeah, you guys are all standing in the salt circle, and Pale kneels down and stabs himself. And stabbing yourself with this shit hurts. Not even physically stabbing yourself rib to spine so much that is certainly part of it. Your soul hurts. As the knife goes in, the blade almost crawls itself fucking deeper into you, sucking the life out of you like a fucking juice pouch. But at the very same time, you feel yourself so you empty so far that you start to crumple in on yourself, but at the same time, you've never felt more full. As you feel yourself be consumed and implode, you feel that cold, refreshing chill of the absolutely raw power of God fill every crevice of your organs like you're drowning in glacial runoff. And at first, the entirety of the white void of the mansion dims to gray and then black, and at first blood and then black smoke gushes from your chest, Pale, to where the only light in the universe might as well be the 6 little candles you have, as all the color fades from the world into this darkness, and it's just black and white, and that is all. But from the smoke out of you, at the edge of the salt circle, with just his toes touching the rim, you see a smoky silhouette curl up and then form into a 3-piece suit, and the smoke partially shifts to form a white skull, and more smoke curls around the previously skeleton god's bones to coalesce into his current flesh form. He looks like a slightly malnourished, recently deceased John Hamm. And Merkul combs back his slick hair with a wickedly happy smile. Even though you hesitated, he is more than pleased with you and proud of you, more so than anyone's ever been in your entire life. He smiles to all 3 of you and says,
Hey guys.
Hello.
Hi.
Guys, this was supposed to be Merkul, not the DM's work experience. Did I do it right?
No, it's me. It's me.
and he's gonna put
a lot prettier than last time.
He puts a big hand, bony, kind of arthritic, on the very top of your head and kind of pulls your hair a little. He's really, really happy with you right now.
So, got your message. We'll be going to that place shortly.
Excellent. It's me, Gond, and Vivian are planning kind of a surprise party. We finally found a perfect location.
And the only question I have with them all, you know that I'm in this to save my family, which you helped. I legitimately care about nothing except for the three of them, so four, my mom, my dad, then, Rolling and Jade, and then these two, and I guess wherever Leo is, if he's still alive. Those souls are the only ones I'm working to save. The Boy King's soul is damned. Realistically, mine probably is too. The eternal suffering, the destruction of all things, recreation, destruction. Can you just tell me now that you will help me protect them until the end?
First of all, yes. Second of all, I've said from the very beginning, I want things to end correctly. If it just happens to work out perfectly, wonderful. It's probably not going to, so rest assured, I did not plan them all. That is not my deal. I do like to keep doors open, though. But it will not be happening. I pinky promise.
Okay. And it's like, I guess my big thing then is there any way to prevent this from happening again? So I don't want this world to happen again.
You mean end things forever?
I don't want this one. When this world ends, the Ethereum Shard, King Henry, everything that Ash and Carolina and everyone has dealt with, I don't want that to happen again. Is it worse or better when it happens like this?
I have no control over what the next world's gonna be like.
He motions over to Bastion. He says,
This current Gond, I'm pretty sure he said he doesn't have much control either, but that is up to the friend to your left.
A wave.
Like waving at Satan. I'm gonna slap myself with a healing.
I haven't been measuring time, but it is soon. You feel pretty bad.
Yeah, so it's a 2d8 plus 3. So
Can I cast absorb elements on him?
What are you trying to absorb?
What kind of damage is he taking?
Necrotic, I guess?
I don't think absorb elements can absorb necrotic.
I don't think it does either. Acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder.
Don't sweat, I'm fine. And I'm just gonna say, listen, if you can promise me, which you already did, and I trust you, if you're lying, and I hope that you're not, I will crawl to any god I can, and I will rip you into hundreds of these blades, and I will scatter them to the edges beyond this universe, so even Gond cannot put you together. But if you're not, then obviously you have my undying devotion.
He ruffles your hair again. He's like,
You were the way far back in line. I'm sure you can find people to help.
So far, I've got like 6 people ready, so I think 6 of us against a god are good to
yeah.
go.
No, I like the dedication, the spunk, as it were. Now you are about to die, so I am gonna leave.
I collapse, pop back up with 1 hit point, get hit with the 2d4 plus 24. I'm fine. I have so much coughing up blood. All right, I'll see you on the flip side, Murky.
Yeah, he
You're
would
so
have.
more cool.
He would have waved to each of you, Bastion and Carolina.
Nice to meet you. Glad to see Gon's got people around. Vivian's always a hoot.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye. I wave a flame at him.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
I collapse with 3 hit points left.
Yeah, no, it hurts a lot. You can think of nothing other than how much your fucking chest hurts right now. Just trying to breathe. There's a little bit of smoke leaks out of the hole in your chest.
You good, pal?
Yeah, great.
You want to sleep or you want to down a potion?
I have a potion. I'll stop a potion. It's all good. I got a potion.
You also have 5 points of exhaustion. You can barely walk.
Yeah, I think you need a nap, bro.
I just slept. I'm so weak.
I pick him up and go put him in whatever bed, I imagine.
That just collapses.
Yep. Yeah, and you see as you pick him up and move him from the salt circle, at first there's like, a blood trail, and at first it's just black tar, and then finally goes into blood, but then, turns into a scab, and you stop bleeding out of your soul.
Yay.
Yeah.
We love that.
I start cleaning up the blood.
Yeah. You imagine a dish rag. Some 409.
Uh-huh. Actually, I might Echo do it, because
Yeah.
I don't need to get on the floor.
So you get
And that
past just
wasn't
out
blood.
of commission.
It wasn't blood from a battle, so I don't need to be doing it. Who has a 1? Who rolled a 1?
Might have been. Oh, it was me.
Hey, Caroline, do you want to roll a history check?
I will. I don't even know why I looked at my stats. I knew it was a -1. That's a 5. Yeah, I don't know shit.
Okay, never mind.
Yep.
I'd offer to boost you, but I'm unconscious.
Yeah, we'll roll it on. Yeah, it's not helping me on D&D and Beyond either. I rolled an 8. So
Yeah. But now you have like 7 more hours of the workshop. What do you do?
So, Castle B, can you teach enchantments? Question. He's doing
Sorry,
the
hang on.
thinking thing again.
No,
Oh.
yeah. Sorry. What'd you say?
Can you teach enchantments, or is it just something you can do?
I've seen the book that Carolina's talking about, right?
The one
Yeah,
that I
it's
threw
just-
into the fire, I imagine.
Yeah, I know, but like the original.
There isn't really original. She just imagined enchanting for dummies. and-
I read a book on enchantments, didn't I?
Yeah, I think you have one.
Yeah, I'll just conjure that.
Mm. Did
I don't know
Did
if
the
I
workshop-
can. This can.
did the workshop conjure this, or did you?
I did.
So this is the real thing.
It's a real thing. As real as anything else we conjure here.
Okay. I slowly take it and begin to read it.
Make an Arcana check.
Okay. Funny, no whammy, stop. Jesus Christ. 1.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's a lot of words. You're gonna need some time with a dictionary and like a calculator, and you get the idea that this is the real thing because it's extremely different from what you had before, being that it's an actual book about enchanting, and therefore it's like,
Yeah, that other book was
Advanced
for dummies.
calculus.
And now I feel really dumb looking at this one.
you can get there.
Yeah, maybe I should stick to just swinging a sword. After 5 minutes of frustration, I set it down. You sure that's the right book, Pale? Bastion, Castleby.
Yeah, it's only an advanced enchanting book.
Advanced. I just tried to read the dummies one.
Oh,
Jeez.
I never read one for dummies. I just
I'm trying
kind
to
of
read it.
knew how to do it.
That's scary. Yeah, I'll come back to it in a little bit. It looks like Matchstick's gonna be out for a while. I try to read another page, or the first page.
It's
Yeah,
like
yeah. Go ahead and
to the book.
yeah, Carolina, make me a Arcana check with advantage now that Bastion's helping you.
13.
Okay, you feel like you're starting to get it more as Bastion points to things and explains.
Okay. And I now know what that word means that I couldn't pronounce 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, yeah, I think I might actually be able to learn this, Bastion, with your help. I'm not going to be able to do it on my own.
No, that's fair.
But let's take a break.
Yeah. Speaking of, do you have a small weapon that you're not using?
Small weapon that I'm not using?
Yes.
Define small.
Dagger sized?
I believe I do have a dagger. I know I have a javelin. But I believe in our last deal where we got items, I picked up a dagger.
You could say that you just picked up a knife off the floor in the bank, if you want to.
Yes, I have a dagger. What do you want with the dagger?
Give me an hour. I'll be able to enchant this. You'll be able
that
to
sounds
get.
fun.
Yeah, I don't know why I haven't been making these earlier. You can cast shield for free.
Ooh, really?
10 times, yeah. You'll just need to have held it in your hand, which is why if it's a small item, it should be easily doable.
Can I put it in my hair?
Just get a fucking one of those picks with shields in it.
Oh, yeah.
I can tie my hair in a braid and tie it into the braid.
We would need to be able to hold it to cast the spell, but
It's being held by my hair.
I forgot. Wait, do you? No, I was about to ask. Do you have a shield? Because oh, there goes Matt. They got him. Fuck. What do we do?
No, I do not carry a shield. My weapon's two-handed.
Yeah, no, and that's why I didn't continue that because I remembered that you didn't.
All of my weapons are two-handed, from the bow to the gun.
What if you just put your hair in a bunch of braids and tied a bunch of knives to them, and then you just spun it around in a circle and became a blender? It wouldn't be a very accurate blender, but a blender nonetheless.
Yeah, I would D4 a whole bunch of people to death.
Uh-huh. And be dizzy all the time.
Yes. Constitution save.
Uh-huh.
And a deck save. Yeah, but if you, I know you don't watch wrestling, but there's a, I've had this hair thing for a while. My original D&D character was a monk with one braid of hair that had a knife on the end of it, and it was a whip and a knife. So, and then on the wrestling show, there is this lady, Bianca Belair. She has a very long braid that she literally whips people with.
Nice.
And as scripted as WWE is, you cannot fake the sound and the welts that her hair whip leaves.
Ow.
Yeah, she had a match with somebody, and they pulled her hair, and she said, "Fuck you," and whipped them in the stomach, the open stomach, with it, and it immediately swelled up.
Yikes.
Like, it sounded like an actual whip cracking.
This
like,
probably
oh.
was.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, by the way, do we want to just call it here?
Yeah, we can. Unless there's anything you people want to do last minute.
No, I'm chilling.
Just playing the enchantment and everything. Alright.
Catch you guys
Yeah.
around.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for having me, as always. Bye now.
Bye.
Why?
Hey, it's your DM, Bailey Ford. I would like to thank our regular players, Darian, Matt, and Ian, Hip for our cover art, and Tabletop Audio for our background music. You can find us on Twitter at Illithids, and thank you especially for listening. But I will say, do you guys want to make a history check?
Sure.
Sure.
Oh god, they changed the setup on here.
It's
Why?
been updated.
Why? That's an 18.
Okay. Bastion.
Oh. Hang on. Oh god. Oh, they cleaned it. No, the modernists. The modernists.
Who let corporate
History.
America touch D&D?
You see a memory of Ash from when he was about 30, after Stephen is captured by Glamora Lestern, but before Jean is born. His A-team was on a mission to kidnap a wizard who was working for the Emperor of Krieghazen, the dragon who rules the dragon-ruled empire in the Zone of Luz, who's the god of suffering, and Tempos, the god of wars, zone that was made after the crisis when they fell to Earth for a little bit. This wizard, so it's a terrible place. It's a shithole. This wizard has discovered a way to make micro-singularities by reversing and amplifying the enchantments that make things like bags of holding and like demiplanes. Instead of making something larger on the inside, make something smaller on the outside. They were about to ambush him in his home. They knew that he went home early on Fridays and that his wife would still be at work and his children would be at school. What they did not know, however, was that one of his kids was homesick from school, waiting a few hours for their father to come home, and they were going to have a cleric meet him there. Ash's men entered the home, finding the girl. What Ash wished his soldiers had done was remain hidden from her retreat, and then they'd come back another day. But back in those days, before Ash took over, standard procedure would have been to kidnap the daughter so they could torture her to interrogate the wizard father. So that is what his men proceeded to do. Ash had meticulously planned the entire mission to avoid hurting innocents, but since the opportunity fell into their lap, he knew that if his superiors ever heard that he passed it up, he would have been demoted or even accused of treason. Many of his hand-picked men, he knew, would have just gone along with it and avoided her before she saw them, and pretended they never saw her. He felt like he could have even convinced several of the assigned members that she just wouldn't have been useful or would have been an inconvenience or liability, but he knew there were some that would have reported him if he spared the wizard's child and delayed the mission. Going along with war crimes wasn't out of cowardice either. Ash has been working his entire life to usurp the powers that be in the church, to change their culture, to where mercy and sparing innocent people until the day of the actual apocalypse isn't seen as treason or a weakness anymore. He's been doing it the whole time in small steps, but this was at a junction where he just couldn't get in trouble, because then the cause for not quite good, but at least better, would have died with him. If he did well on this mission, he was going to be promoted to a place where he could lessen how much murder those under him did. So killing and hurting this one child could save hundreds. Using her to force her father to pass over intel that could possibly lead to the world's destruction could save every child ever from ever experiencing pain or fear ever again. So feeling that there was no way around it, Ash decided to order his men to subdue the child, and he swore to himself that he would ensure the girl was not harmed outside of what they needed for intel, and would be killed quickly after they made her father talk by any means or repercussions necessary. Because now that she'd seen the Merculians, they couldn't let her live, because kidnapping her father would be traced back to them. She'd been doomed from the moment they entered the house, and it wasn't like she was likely to join Mercul after they were done torturing her. They began searching and clearing the house, some taking a look out over the street, some breaking into his study. Espionage. Ash circled back while checking on each team and found 2 of his men were already torturing and tormenting the girl just for fun. So Ash snapped and killed both of them, and a fight broke out between Ash's hand-picked crew and the men who were assigned to him that they couldn't trust. After that reminder of how he likely wouldn't be in control of what happened to her the moment they got back to home base, Ash apologized to the child as she laid sobbing and tied up and bleeding below him. He knelt down, untied her, healed her, apologized again, and then snapped her neck, instructing his men to throw her body down a staircase. This mission was always supposed to look like an accident and not traceable back to McCool. They even had a clone of the wizard that they were going to leave to fake his death. After he came home and they captured him, they did so, also setting off a great deal of traps to make it look like the wizard accidentally killed himself. They gathered up their own dead into a portable hole, left the clone, and then set the house on fire. Ash and his loyal men mutilated the bodies of their own guys who would have blabbed so they could pretend they fell victim to traps in the wizard's house that they'd missed in recon. Ash's superiors investigated this suspiciously near-disastrous but still successful mission. Ash has been making a name for himself of how he typically had clean getaways and got all his men back alive, and it was sus that all of Ash's hand-picked guys made it and the Phils didn't, and they somehow missed that the daughter was in the house with them. Ash tells them that after so many got hit by traps, they decided to leave parts of the house unexplored, but the local authorities declared that the little girl died from the fall down the stairs trying to escape the fire. The father died in the fire. So eventually people who didn't like Ash, even the people who didn't like Ash dropped it because the mission was still a success. Messy by Death Company Commander Ash the Shrike Barlow's standards, but still a success. Ash ends this day drunk, putting his head in his hands as he sits in his office after signing the last debriefing report, just quietly whispering the word, "fuck," to himself over and over and over again. As of about 19 years ago, once Ash had say in the matter, all Kashyyyki-based mission team commanders carry modified memory scrolls, so this doesn't have to happen anymore. Ash is still trying to get the Cardinal Bishop of Iris to look past the budget cost, but several units of McCool's army in Iris have rolled them out too. Even if you don't particularly care about preserving civilian life, leaving fewer bodies has increased the effectiveness on stealth missions. On some higher stake occasion, they've still had to kill witnesses because memory spells can be reversed. Ash killed innocent people before and after this for a multitude of different reasons. This isn't even that impactful of a memory compared to many others, but he does literally everything he can to prevent it. He has been the helpless child that sadists are torturing, and he can still feel her neck break in his hands if he thinks about it too long.